Let's go!
Hey guys, it's Retrohead here, welcome back to another video. Today's video is one that I'm really excited to show you, as I have bought a new console for my collection. Now recently I've been selling quite a lot of stuff out of my collection, and I now have so much room and also a few more funds to add some more stuff to the collection that I really am after. And this is a console that I've always wanted to have, but never thought I'd actually be able to pick one up. But I recently headed to Amiga's Emporium in Attleborough and saw this console boxed in pretty nice condition for a really good price, and I knew I had to pick it up. So I'm really excited to show you this video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, please subscribe to our channel Retrohead. But without further ado, let's head to Amiga's Emporium. So here I am in Amiga's Emporium, and if you watch the channel for any amount of time, you know I absolutely love visiting this gaming shop, as they always have really cool stuff. As you can see, some really nice Mega Drive games and also some Master System games. But obviously in this video we'll be focusing on that console that I bought. As when I was walking up to the shop I saw it in the window and was so shocked to see one. And I saw the price and how cool it looked and I knew I had to pick it up. So really excited to show you this video. So as you can see, here is the console here, and this is a boxed Atari 2600. This is something I've wanted in the collection for so many years, but there's a few reasons why I've held off picking one up. Number one is the price, and also the other thing is the space, because this is a big box. But as I said, I have quite a lot of space to play with, and I knew that this was something I'd like to have in the future at some point. But when I was heading to Amiga's Emporium this time, I was not expecting to see one in the window, and I was so pleased to see it there. Now, I didn't pick up any games for it because I was spending enough money on the console stay as it is, but they did also have some really nice condition, complete and boxed games there as well, as you see in the footage earlier. But the thing I like about the Atari 2600 is there's some really good games in the library that you can pick up complete and boxed for not a very expensive price. There is some pretty good cheap games on this system. But when we get back to the games room, I'll show you this console in a lot more detail, and then we'll give it a try at the end of the video, and this will actually be my first ever time playing an Atari 2600, so I am really excited for this one. So as you can see, I'm back from Amiga's Emporium, and I picked up something that I'm so pleased with, and that is a boxed original Atari 2600. You're a starship captain in an asteroid field. Blast them with your lasers or put up your shield. As a missile commander defending your city. If you're not quick enough, they'll show no pity. The invaders won't stop us from the skies they drop. Just keep coming.
3 out-of-this-world games from Atari, the #1 video computer system with more games than any other.
Everyone's gone Atari, the #1 video game.
Now, I am so pleased to have this. This has been something that I've wanted in the collection for so many years, but never thought I'd be able to pick one up. But obviously, I've got a lot more room now, because I got rid of quite a lot of consoles I wasn't as bothered about. And this has been something that I've been after for absolute years, but never thought I'd be able to pick one up. And this has not got the insert, but the outer box for a 2600, which are hard to find in decent condition, is not too bad at all. And this only costs £90, which I think is an absolute bargain. I'm really pleased with this. Now, the only other Atari I currently have in my collection is a boxed Atari Jaguar, and that is a console that I absolutely love collecting and playing. Now, obviously, the Atari 2600 is a very early console. So this is one that I'm really excited to play, because I've never ever played an Atari 2600 before. I had a couple of games in the collection, but only games that I just found randomly that I decided to add to the collection. I've never been able to play them, so I'm really looking forward to playing some games on this, because this is a really cool pickup. But now let's take a look at this console in a bit more detail. So the first thing I'll show you is the console itself, and I think this is in pretty decent condition for a console of this age. So as you can see on the top, you've got all your switches here, and this sort of gets you to all the different types, all the different games selects. And as you can see, there's even an option for a colour or black and white TV, which just shows you how old this console actually is. And these switches still feel really, really nice. Like, this console just feels in really good condition. As you can see, the wood on the front there is also in really clean condition. And I'll also show you the back of the console, and that's where the controller ports are on the back, which is a little bit strange, but quite a lot of these early consoles were like that. And I'll also just show you the bottom as well. Pretty clean overall. I'm really, really pleased with the condition of the unit itself, because I have looked at a few of these in the past, not seriously like to buy one, because I haven't had the room or the money really, but I have looked at a few of these in the past just to sort of see how cool they actually look, and they are often absolutely battered, but as you can see, it's just so clean. So I was really, really pleased to find this one in Omega's Emporium. Next up, I have the power supply here. Again, not too exciting, but I thought I'd just show you that as well. So next up is the two controllers, and that is a bit more exciting. So it just comes with the two basic controllers, but these are the two that you need for pretty much all of the games. You can get other controllers for Atari, which I think is pretty cool as well, but these still feel really nice. They feel like hardly used, to be honest. Like, everything in this is just so clean. So again, I'm really, really pleased with these. But also in the box, it came with its original paperwork as well, which I was really pleased with. So the first bit of paperwork is this Welcome to Atari booklet. And this just sort of shows you all the information you need about the console and how to plug it in, set it up on what sort of TV you've got, tuning it in, and then some accessories you can get. So that is a really nice thing to still have inside. Again, a little bit creased, but not in too bad condition at all. Again, for the age, pretty good, I'd say. The next thing is the Atari Service Manual, Independent Service Centre Guide. And this just shows you all the different phone numbers and all the different places you can phone for if you have any problems with your console. Something's telling me that those phone numbers aren't exactly going to help anymore. But also, and this is the coolest thing in my opinion, and this is the Atari 2600 Video Computer System catalogue of games. And this has got so many cool games like in it that sort of advertising other games you can buy. And that is some really cool looking games. And like, some of the artwork in these is just absolutely incredible. So really pleased with this. And like, look at this picture here. It's just, I absolutely love this. So pleased that it came with all of its paperwork. Again, it didn't have the actual insert, which was a little bit of a shame, but the price definitely reflected that, as I think 90 quid for a decent condition console like this is a pretty good deal. So that is the console itself, and as you can see, I think that is in pretty good condition for a console of that age. But as you can see, I'll show you the box in a bit more detail now. Now I took the console out of it, it's quite a bit lighter, so it's easier to show. So as you can see, for an Atari 2600, which it's so hard to find these boxes in anywhere near presentable condition, it's hard enough to find a box console in the first place, but as you can see, it's not too bad at all, I would say. Now, as I said, this doesn't have the insert, but for the price, I was more than happy to pick this up. Now, if this was a bit of a newer console, like sort of like an N64 or a GameCube in this condition, I'd say it wasn't the greatest condition, but judging by how hard it is to find these consoles in like boxed condition at all, let alone with a pretty decent box, is very hard. So I'm super pleased with this. And another thing that I absolutely love about it is it has this Pac-Man sticker on the front as well. So as you can see, it says now $69.99, contains free Pac-Man worth $29.99. And this sticker is actually really good, because one of the few Atari 2600 games I already have in my collection was a copy of Pac-Man complete in box. So this is actually really handy that I've already got this for the console. So, and this actually ended up costing me hardly anything at all. It was a really cheap pickup. So to have these two together already is absolutely brilliant. But also bundled in with this console was a copy of Combat on the 2600. And this is actually in a pretty good condition box. I think it must have been kept inside that box for years, because it's actually in pretty decent condition. Now this game on the back says it was from 1978. So obviously a very old video game. Probably one of the oldest games in my collection. But I'll show you the condition of the cartridge as well, because this is pretty decent condition. As you can see, there's no damage to the label or anything like that. And I'll also show you the manual inside as well. Not much of a manual, but obviously it's a very early game, so you do get a little bit of information there. But this is just something that I've wanted to have in my collection for absolutely years. And I'm so pleased to finally have one. As I said when I was parting with my collection a while back, it's really hard to do, because a lot of it was stuff that I've had for 5-10 years now, but when you end up getting a lot more room and a few more funds to add something like this to my collection, which I've wanted for so many years, it really does make it all worth it. But as I said earlier in the video, now let's plug this console in and finally play some games, and I am really looking forward to this. So I believe I've tuned in the Atari now, so I'm now going to switch it on and hopefully it will come up on the screen. Sometimes this old tech can be a little bit tricky. So I'm now just going to switch this on and see if it comes up. It should do. Right, now that is a good sign. I'm getting something from the console. Got to work out how to do this now. Right, that looks good. Then game reset. Right, I think. Right, yeah, so I put in the combat cartridge. Obviously a multiplayer game. As you can see, my tank is moving across the screen. And then you can fire. Let me go down to game select, because there's many different games you can pick from on this one. As you can see, there's this one here. So this is obviously a multiplayer game. So what I'll probably do in a minute is, because I haven't actually got 2 people here to be able to play this, what I will do is I've also, as I said earlier in the video, got that Pac-Man cartridge. So we'll play a bit of Pac-Man, because that'll obviously be a single player game. So I'm going to try that now. As I said, I've literally never done this before, so I'm going to switch the system off. Take the combat cartridge out. Again, if you have an Atari 2600 and know more about this than I do let me know anything about this in the comments, because this is all new to me. But I'm now going to put the Pac-Man cartridge in and see if this works. That looks good. And then I'm going to go down to game reset. Well, it certainly sounds as I'd expect. Oh yeah, this actually looks really good. Obviously, this is old Pac-Man. This game came... Oh, I got cornered by the ghost, you can see there. But, obviously, this is the Pac-Man from 1981, so... It actually looks really cool. Let's see if I can eat a few more of these. Oh, this is so cool to see this working. Yeah, this looks really good. Right, let's give this another go. Right. We'll go over to this top left corner because there's quite a lot left up there. The controller, well, not really controller, the joystick actually feels really nice. As I said earlier in the video, this whole thing is in such good condition, it literally feels hardly used. But it's definitely going to get some use now. I'm so excited to check out what games you can actually get for this console. But yeah, this actually looks really good, really impressed with this. So I'm going to go down to game select. I don't think there's multiple games on this cart, but I just want to see what happens. Oh, it just adds another load of points at the bottom. Well, that's quite cool then. But yeah, this is actually really cool, and I believe you can change the difficulty of the controllers, and I think that just makes the games a little bit more difficult. But yeah, this is really cool. I'm so excited to finally have one of these. As I said, I've been after one of these for so many years, so this is so cool to actually be playing one of these. As I said, it is really hard to get rid of stuff that you've got in your collection that you've had for years, but when you end up getting something that you've wanted even more for years, it really does make it all worthwhile. This is just so cool. So as you can see, that was the Atari in action, and I think it is so cool. I can definitely see myself adding a few games to the 2600 collection and playing them, just because this console is such an iconic system, and I'm really pleased to have one in the collection now. As always, let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. I know a lot of people don't really collect anything pre-NES era, and me included for a lot of years. But I've wanted one of these in the collection for so many years, and to finally have one now is absolutely amazing. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, please subscribe to our channel Retrohead, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!